Hello students, and welcome to the next lesson in our AS level psychology course. Today we're going to look at the ethical issues involved in Milgram's study of obedience. So, why was Milgram's study inappropriate? Well, Milgram's study violated many of the regulations set out by the British Psychological Society, which was aimed to protect the participants in these experiments from being manipulated and being harmed. So, the experiment breached the following guidelines. Deception. Milgram deceived the participants by not telling them what they were going to be doing and what the true nature of the experiment was and what was happening. Their behaviour would then have been different if they were going to know that they were working with a Confederate, or at least if the test wasn't to see if punishment influenced learning. Also, they were given or taken away the right to withdraw. The Confederate experimenter made it very hard for the participant to withdraw. Technically, it was still an option for them to do. However, with the experimenter that was a Confederate always urging them to continue with the shocks, it was really hard for the actual participant to completely withdraw. Very few actually removed themselves. Only 12.5% decided to stop administering the shocks when they were shouting. Informed consent. The participants consented to the experiment. However, they did this without knowing the true aims of the experiment itself, and therefore they were not consenting to the experiment they signed up for. They were consenting to an experiment which didn't exist, and the experiment which actually took place was completely different. Protection from psychological harm. The experiment may have harmed the participants psychologically because they were, of course, administering shocks on someone and causing someone pain. They did not get tested to see if they could cope for this beforehand, and as a result, it was hard to then be able to tell if people were going to be harmed psychologically for this, which actually did happen. After, they could have gotten a damaged self-esteem, or they could have developed post-traumatic stress disorder. In Milgram's defense, Milgram did not know what was going to happen to the participants' health because they could not have predicted their levels of stress exerted upon them after this experiment was taking place with a fake Confederate. 80% of participants actually said they were glad to have taken part in the study. Here are some questions on the ethical issues which Milgram went and breached. Have a go at answering these on another sheet of paper by pausing the video, and then hit play for whenever you're ready to see the answers. Here are the answers. If you got all of these right, congratulations. I'd advise you to move on to the next video, which will be on the factors affecting obedience. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.